Well, I'm DeJon Paul from ADLA magazine, and I do a lot of different things here at this magazine, but I am the editor-in-chief, but I also play a lot of other roles. I have a lot of other interests outside of LA rap, but right now my focus is pushing LA rap forward and getting it back to where it needs to be. I also serve as the host of our ADLA podcast every week. I curate our playlists, I do our memes, I run our blog. I do a lot of different things. I design our merch like I have one today. And it's all in an effort to bring more attention and more structure and organization to Los Angeles' rap scene. And I love my job most times. Most of the time. I definitely have to shout out all the rappers and entrepreneurs and creatives I've interviewed in recent months, recent times, or even over the past year. From Wiley the Sensei, who did our summer issue last year, and Ron Ron, who did our first producer issue, all the way to G Perico, who just did our most recent issue. I'm interviewing Joe Moses tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. He'll be on the new issue, and just all those in between, from Sav's Kitchen to all the publications that had me on this grand press run I'm just coming off of, all those media outlets or whatnot, from the Come Through podcast to um, the Corner Store with Desi G, just to the Source magazine, Bryson over there, excuse me. Different people just have really shown love and been a blessing over the past few months. It hasn't been all negative. It's been an outpour of love and support from me too, and that makes me feel real special because, like I said, I'm trying my best with this stuff, and being editor-in-chief at ADLA magazine, it's not easy. So just to have help and support is greatly appreciated. It's important to me because I just want to show not only my readers, but also the artists that I'm writing about, that you have to go that extra mile sometimes. We're in a deficit out here in the West Coast. So we need everything we can get, which is why I always hamper on rappers going to every media invite they get so that they can promote their product, promote their projects. I'm doing the same thing. I'm showing that I'll go above and beyond to promote LA rap. The same way I need rappers to go above and beyond to promote LA rap. You get what I'm saying? Like, and ADLA has had many different staff members over the years, over the past 4 years. A lot of interns, a lot of contributors or whatnot. But it's always been just based off this common goal, at least for me, based off this common goal of putting on for LA and building businesses around my vision. And so I salute people like Bree, who's on the podcast, and even yourself, who are entrepreneurs in your own right, who still come once a week or twice a week and contribute to what a Dan Lay has going on, off the strength of pushing LA music forward. So we have Maya, who is not only our production manager, but she has Frozen Fantasies 323. She's a mixologist. She does drinks, and we had Kaylin on the show formerly, who has her own beauty business, and we have Kayla, who used to be on the show. She's a sneaker enthusiast. She sells sneakers wholesale. So we just have a lot of entrepreneurs in our past, and there's a lot of people that come from a Dan Lay that you would never even know. I used to manage Key Riches, and so he's a Dan Lay family. I used to manage a photographer named Yada. She's pretty popular in the city. She comes from a Dan LA. A few producers or whatnot, some beat makers. It's a lot of people that have come from our camp that have gone on to do other things. So just for this to be a launch pad, not only for rappers, but for creators behind the scenes, it's a blessing too. Twitter is where it all started. So in November of 2018, I posted my top 25 favorite LA rappers of all time. And on Twitter, in a meme I created. So I started with a meme, started with a post, a list. And a similar reaction to the report card is what I got. Like, people cursing me out, telling me I didn't know anything about music, calling me names, talking about my appearance. So from day one, that has been the response I've got on Twitter from my posts. Obviously not to the magnitude of the report card, because we've grown over time. But it definitely was, it's always been the same thing. It's always been mixed. Like, God don't give with two hands. I say that all the time. It's blessings, and then it's, the other stuff to everything. Blessings and lessons. You get what I'm saying? So those are just lessons. That's just the test. If I can get past people calling me out my name and get past opposition and all the hate, if I could just get past it and keep going, it's light at the end of the tunnel. And so from that very first post, it was just opposition on Twitter, but it was also a lot of love and support on Twitter. A lot of people from Twitter buy Dan Lay merch. and rock our merch, wear our put our stickers on stuff, rock our use our lighters, just different stuff like that. So people show ADLA a lot of love and focusing on the love. It's a lot of hate towards me and towards ADLA, but it's a lot of love. I just want to focus on the love this upcoming season.
Shots, nigga, fucking at me. We outside, nigga. We outside, nigga.
Ready?
I'm DeJon. Shut up. This is Caitlin. This is mine. Who the fuck is this?
Oh,
Kid dog.
that's Rimble.
Yeah, that's.
That's Bino. That's super cute. Hold on, let me see yours. It's Bino.
I can't.
That's super cute.
The shirt that say Bino for me.
Like how you put up on your station. Big Birkin bag for my
wedding.
Yeah.
No chasers.
No chaser?
Yeah.
I chase with water
That's
sometimes.
That's a chaser. Here, real one.
Ooh.
Now I see you and anything all I can say.
First of all, the bitch had all the Twitter and Instagram there. That's what she had me fucked up at.
Okay.
Name a porn star.
Hey.
Capri Styles before the titties. Rest in peace. I said next is I am Key Richards. I can do that for you. Alright, now what? It goes Rose Richards, I am Key Richards. What else? No, I'm making fun. What's next? What's next?
My dog, he'll come to the bed and stand up at it because I got a tall bed, so he'll stand up at it.
Wow, you was watching y'all?
Bro.
No, she was carving it.
Oh,
You are absolutely fucking right. I thought it was choice. I thought it was choice. It sounded
Last one. This is embarrassing, bro. This is crazy. Zoom in on him.
Yes.
I'll take that.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh.
She over there getting freaky. Hers like a OnlyFans.
It's like me.
I don't be nothing like that.
I do. It'd be embarrassing.
Oh my God.
He's so adorable.
You know me, I rep the city always. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been both positive and negative, like you said. It's been an overflow of love and positivity and well wishes towards me and just congratulations and stuff towards me. But it's also been like the most hate and like the most conflict or whatnot. Yeah. The biggest obstacles have came at me this year. I feel like work wise, and so it's been a lot both ways. That's all I can say. So it's been mixed emotions. Just trust in God and just to, remain assured that I'm favored and that He's going to get me through all of this and that it's all happening for a reason. And that if I have a vision to execute it and don't let my self-doubt, that voice in my head, don't do it, be timid to post something or be timid to say something. Just to move all the noise out and to just go for it because it worked. That's one thing I do know that. It worked. What I came up with worked and it was effective, so.
No matter what the outcome was, he got everybody's attention and we on here right now. You got me on here. I have no business being on this shit. And it's all good that y'all come together, but the way that y'all come together off of controversy and how these rappers may feel about what this report card, come together and teach these niggas, and these rappers got to start listening. How about that? How about we start listening first and stop thinking we know everything, because everybody thinks we know everything. We all know, we all got the answers to everything. Well, you should have did it like this. He did it the way he decided to do it. So what? Who gives a fuck?
He sparked up a lot of controversy through the city, and I felt like he should have had he needs a bigger platform to explain, a little bit of what's going on. This is my boy DeJon, you know what I'm saying? He has a magazine in Los Angeles, California. You have your own covers going, you're writing your own articles, you're doing as much as you can in the hip-hop community. You feel me?
Well, when T-Rail hit me and asked me to do it via Instagram DM, it was something that I had to contemplate. It wasn't just an immediate yes or immediate know. Remember, I prayed on it and I hit the group chat and, told you guys about it, told my staff about it, and they said, you should go, It'd be great promotion for the podcast or the show if you could just go on there and mention the podcast. That'd be good promo. So that was kind of my, for me, that was the reason I went, was to promote A Day in LA. That's why I wore the report card t-shirt. That's why I constantly brought it up. That's why I had the magazine with me. I just wanted to promote my brand and talk about LA rap. The other stuff that platform is kind of known for didn't interest me. I wasn't really trying to get into, but it ended up still being that. But there was still promotion done. So, they got what they wanted. I got what I wanted out of it. That's just how I look at it. It was mutual.
And he's giving his honest opinion. Some people don't like the opinion and shit like that, but
What's a professional opinion?
Yeah, it's a professional opinion, and you value to that. But
But what I didn't like is what I was hearing just through the grapevine of of your character. I mean, so
I don't think it requires that much thought to see that a journalist critiquing music isn't a foreign concept. But I do feel like I do owe these people who reach out publicly and express their support, like a Mustard or different publications or media people that were supportive. I do owe them a thank you. I do appreciate it because the popular thing was to bash me. So the people that was championing me, I appreciate it for sure.
I'm not going against
Those
you,
are
bro.
stipulations. Those are excuses. I don't respect it. You can't. Nobody can twist my arm and force me to respect something I don't respect. I don't respect it. I'm not impressed by any of these LA media people that came before me. I'm not impressed in the slightest. I'll tattoo it on my forehead.
It hasn't been enough, and it's proof that it's not enough. I just read a post that said it's not enough.
but what else should you be doing?
There's a plethora of things to do. Like making this is nobody told me to do this. This is something that you do. This is something that you do. You come up with things. Use your brain. You don't just, bro, that's hard. Bro, that's hard. Bro, that's hard. Listen to this. Bro, that's hard.
They don't know me, one, because anyone who knows me knows it's not even in my character to intentionally try to hurt somebody or to put somebody down. Anything I do is for the improvement of the city, to see progress from our rappers and our artists. So if you just know who I am, you hang around me, you've had conversations with me, I'm not trying to break anybody's spirit with my critique. I'm just trying to get people to improve or at least express how I feel about music as a journalist. So that's the first thing, that they don't know me. And secondly, just keep it up, because all the negativity and the hate and just this outpour of dismay for the report card and for my platform has only made it bigger. You know what I mean? God's using it to build me higher and higher. More opportunities open with more hate. The more you guys subtweet me and write think pieces on me and try to say I use these new local artists to build my platform, when in fact I use my platform to build these new local artists, that type of stuff, it only motivates me to go harder and creates bigger opportunities for me. As long as people talking about me, I'm going to keep getting propositions and offers and deals on the table and different things. So keep it up.
Elaborate on that
How to
shit.
run my business. That's what I'm saying. This is my business.
Nobody tells us how to run this shit over here.
You talking about I need to do
I got you on
I
there.
need to do that.
I got you on here when
And
I
I-
told you no.
And I appreciate it, bro. But you talking about I need to do YouTube like I don't have a podcast.
Once we got there and got settled, I got to sit down and introduce my team to their administration or whatnot. The vibe was just immediately thrown off when Gina kind of did that slow, creepy walk up to me without speaking. It was just an awkward moment. And then once she embraced me, she was like, "Oh, I'm just giving you a hug." But to me, it looked like she was walking up with it was an issue or something like that. Not that I was physically threatened or anything. It just, to me, it was just awkward. From there, I just knew that it was some type of energy there. And that's when I kind of with me, I either go up or I shut down. Yeah. So I'm not going to lie, I was a little guarded just from that. Before I was open, okay, I'm going to give it to God. But then at that moment, I was just kind of guarded. And that's when I knew, okay, if this shit goes left, I'm going to just cut the interview. I'm not really trying to do too much. So once the interview started and everything, it was just me standing my ground in an unprofessional environment. That's all it was. Me trying not to lose character, break character, or just be outside myself in an unprofessional environment. Because I've interviewed quite a few people, quite a few big names, smaller acts as well. I've never, or at least I hope, I've never treated anybody I've interviewed the way I got treated there. Again, it was mutually beneficial because I got the promotion, but still, it could have still been a great opportunity for me without me being treated like that. I would never treat anybody I interviewed like that.
I could have came here, tripping, did whatever I wanted to you. I said, man,
Whatever you wanted to.
whatever I wanted.
No, really, I just came here to tell you that you was really right on the shit. You know what I'm saying? I really came here. I wanted you to elaborate on.
Would you like to do
Oh, God.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't know I was in a joint interview with Gina. So I didn't know I was in a joint interview.
Yes.
No, we gonna
No, that's good. Gina,
No,
that's good.
this is not professional, Miss Gina. Because I didn't ask him.
No,
Gina,
I didn't ask him
talk.
to bring you up.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
I'm cool.
No, Gina.
Gina, let us finish talking to him.
A lot of people reached out to me to tell me, including family members and close friends, how proud of me they were for standing my ground, for remaining professional, for being well-spoken, for sounding educated, for presenting myself to be educated and just not feeding into the stereotypes of angry black man flipping tables or acting wild, acting crazy, and overly using profanity and stuff like that. And I could see that. I could see how I show restraint, exercise restraint and whatnot.
Oh, no, this is unprofessional. You act like I'm
Please
like
stay here.
Right.
I didn't bring nothing.
Go over there. We're gonna talk.
Let him talk and get his opinion over.
Let him talk.
A man couldn't walk up on me how you just walked up on me.
Yeah. That's cool. Come on,
Gina.
Come on,
Look. Don't disrespect her, bro. Just
I'm
go.
not.
I'm saying, don't listen.
She's in my
Don't tell her
personal
a man couldn't do that. A man could have told her to leave. And we gonna finish talking. Let's get this.
Come on.
Because that wasn't planned. I'm just letting you know that.
Not only was it not playing, it was unprofessional.
Shit.
Did I say anything to her?
No, you didn't. That was
I
me.
love this.
I heard you when you walked in.
I said hello to
Wait a
her.
minute.
I didn't say anything to her.
Let's get. I brought Gina up. Because this is something. No. Let's keep the interview going. Let's go.
You get it out.
Hey, quiet on the set. Let's go. Radio.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there was another room made by Gina called the LA Rap Report Card. She could communicate with me that she was doing it. That's fine. He said, goodbye.
Yeah.
Then the young lady tweets me, you the king of calling niggas out of the shit. You can't be ducking niggas. Cool. That's two.
Yeah.
Third point, intricate point. I'm doing an LA Rap workshop with a set curriculum, my notes written down, topics and all that, my team ready, all that on point.
Yes, sir.
She comes in the room and starts to tell me how she feels about how I do things, my delivery and whatnot. That's not what the room is about. Just like that's not what this interview is about.
Right.
I never get to talk about the fucking
Right.
As far as what else I gained outside of exposure, I guess just showing the world that my inner strength and showing myself, not just fuck the world. I show myself that I could stay in that type of environment and still be myself. So it was just a challenge. I'm into challenges. I'm hard-headed. So it was just that challenge that I overcame. So I was proud of myself leaving there.
His score is higher than both of them.
Yeah, it is, but the C plus is the C minus.
You gotta see.
You know what I'm saying? And the C minus is the D, motherfucker. You know how you walk in your mama's house. You grade him.
You're on a program that's dropping tomorrow.
Okay.
You're on a
Wow.
report.
Look at
I can
that.
show you this.
No, I respect it.
Oh!
Oh.
You for sure got an F.
This nigga does.
This nigga set me up, yeah.
Let's get on my boy right now.
Go ahead.
I love to do it. Let's do it, baby.
The funnest part of the show was probably grading AD. Like, because that's when we actually got to really talk about some music and get down to the nitty-gritty when we actually got to the report card. Once we got past the whole people dragging chairs on set and security guards getting involved in stuff and all these, loaded questions and different stuff and people asking me or telling me you should do a podcast when I've been doing a podcast for 2 years and different things like that. Once we got past all that fluff, it was really fun just talking about music because I could talk about music all day. I love to do that.
Not bad.
Let me see what he got. What he got? Let's see what he got. talking to.
It's a C minus. It's a 7.
Oh, it's good.
My boy got a C minus.
I heard
that. You know why that's great? You know why that's great? Because my boy ain't dropped no fucking music in 2 years.
Yes.
2 years, no music videos, no nothing. So for him to still get that grade, is, you know, that is correct.
What helped him was that 10 in branding.
You know, using this platform, you guys should use this to communicate, make up, you know what I'm saying, communicate with each other. I'm willing to give my seat up to Gina so you guys can call it, you know what I'm saying, call it like it is, talk to each other, and then we're going to end the show on a perfect note.
Well, we got like 8 minutes left.
Come on, baby, you got 8 minutes to talk about it.
You can wish me well, or you can just leave me alone. There's a mute button, there's an unfollow button, there's a block button. And that's just not to any media person, that's to anybody in general. If I'm not for you, if my content is not for you, you can leave me alone. I don't force myself, I don't do spam emails. I'm not, you don't walk outside to your car and see a ADLA flyers on your windshield, like watch my podcast or, you know, follow me on Twitter. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not forcing myself. You know, it's just, if you genuinely like what I have to say or like my content, fuck with me. If not, don't fuck with me. But I'm formidable. Don't ever think you're just gonna, because I felt like once I posted the report card, it was like, people smelled blood. A lot of other media people, even black media people in LA, smelled blood. They was like, yes, this is the moment. He's going to get canceled. The rappers are never going to work with him again. They'll never do an interview with him again. He's done. And whoever was to bring back my head to corporate interests will be rewarded. And I'm formidable. Like, you wasn't going to take me down with this. This lifted me higher. Your attempts to cancel DeJon or make me look stupid or make me look this, that, and the third, make me look bad, only made me more formidable. That's the word of the day, is formidable.
I do not have an issue with you
Likewise.
whatsoever. Like I told T-Rail yesterday, DeJon is sick with the pen. You wrote my whole Fashions bio. I came to you for that. When people contact me for press releases and stuff like that, let them know I don't fucking write. Contact Tally, contact DeJon.
Okay.
That's how I've been doing it. Now, you brought up the spaces.
Right.
No way, shape, or form did I mean to disrespect you by creating a space.
I took it.
So I'm letting you know I didn't even do that.
Right.
I apologize for that.
I appreciate you apologizing for saying that you did the wrong. And I did take offense to that. Because I would never, if you put out a piece of content, I would never make a room about it without just hitting you again. Like, hey, let's do a room. Because I would add you as a co-host and I would put you on the flyer.
Right.
Rap workshop, ADLA, DeJon, and Gina. So
Right.
I would, you know, just like I have ladies co-hosts and I would add you co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to talk about this report card with you, but when you came in the room, and you weren't the only one, so let me not just pin it all on you. There was a few people that came in the room disrupting the workshop and wouldn't let me talk about the music. They wanted to talk about how I talk to you, and my delivery.
Yeah.
My name's not on you as far as being an artist. I really want to talk about the music, just like today. I really came here to talk about the music. So that's all it was.
I would like to see a ADLA usher in a new wave of West Coast hip hop. An era with consistent MCs, creative MCs, well-spoken MCs, well-rhymed MCs, colorful MCs, well-branded MCs, just MCs bringing back that real well-packaged artist and us presenting that and being a resource for them and just being that platform that stamps them and pushes them and educates them and do whatever we can to be a real resource to these young black creators. That's my ultimate vision for a ADLA.